Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I know I have been absent a little bit lately. We were just recently on vacation. We just did a little staycation around here. So it was great. We went to the lake every day. So I really didn't have a lot of time to do any makeup videos, and I really honestly didn't really want to. We were really busy relaxing and just having a good time with our family. So today I thought I would jump on real quick and do a quick little makeup tutorial. So today I'm going to show you my daytime to nighttime makeup. I took my mascara off. I wore this makeup to work today. I did have a little bit of mascara on, but I did go ahead and take it off for the sake of this video because I don't like to layer mascara on top of old mascara, but I don't mind layering base products on top of what I've already worn today. I like to just kind of touch up a little bit. So yeah, I'll just show you a few tips and tricks that I like to use to turn my daytime makeup into my date night look. So I did go ahead and took my mascara off just with some water. You can use like micellar water or whatever you want to use, but I just took some water, some warm water, and just kind of took my fingers and like lightly, really gently rubbed it off. And then I took a tissue paper and kind of got the rest of it off. I really didn't have a lot of mascara on anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and reapply mascara, of course. I wore my hair like this today. It's just in a pony today. So I'll kind of show you too, like if I don't have time to like do a full on hairstyle, what I'll do to kind of make my ponytail look a little more done up and more date night like. I'm gonna go in with the Dior Backstage foundation. And after I've already had makeup on during the day, I just take a little bit on a brush. I'm gonna take a little bit, I shook this up, not taking much, just about that amount, and get my hair out of my face. And I literally just reapply this to the jawline where my makeup has come off throughout the day. And a little bit on the nose. And then just a touch more on the other side. And then I'm gonna take that kind of on the middle of my face too, just to kind of cover up any redness. And I wear a mask at work, so really most of what I had on today for like bronzer and everything is kind of worn off. Okay, so that's it for foundation. So I'm gonna touch up with just a little bit of concealer just because I'm kind of tired and worn out from work. So I'm just gonna brighten up my under eye just a little bit more. I guess it looks pretty good right now, but I'm gonna take my Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics. This is the illuminating one, and I'm seriously taking the tiniest bit, like there's not even like very much on my finger right now. And I'm gonna take that, rub it between my middle fingers, and just lightly pat that on the inner corners and bring it down just to brighten up the under eye a little bit. I don't want anything too heavy, and of course layering products on top of products can come off a little heavy if you're doing a little bit more makeup, if you're layering too much on top of the old stuff. So I would go in really light-handed. You don't want to look like it's like caked on. I just go in really light-handed with just a little bit, just to brighten up and make me look a little more awake, because being at work all day, I'm tired. I don't want to go out and look tired. And then my eyelids like did get a little darkness from my mascara, just like a touch. So I'm gonna go in with just like the tiniest bit more of that Bye Bye Under Eye concealer and just swipe that on the eyelid just to cover up that excess mascara. I am gonna take just a little bit more by Bare Skin by Bareminerals. I feel like I have just like a touch, I guess my foundation mostly got it, but I had just a touch of redness here, I felt like. So I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of that concealer. I am gonna go in and set my under eye. I'm gonna use the Hourglass Mineral Veil. This is just in the mini size as usual, taking that on a little Real Techniques contour brush and just gonna make sure My under eye does not crease at all. And then I'm gonna set my nose a little bit just because it's super hot outside and I don't wanna get oily. Take the excess in that lid. Going in with my Nars Laguna bronzer, I'm gonna take that on the same contour brush that I just used for my setting powder and just do a little bit of that. I have been loving this bronzer. So this is the Nars Sunkissed Laguna bronzer in the cream form, and it is just like so gorgeous. Like, I seriously, on my forehead, all I have is a tan. Like, I don't have any bronzer on my forehead, I swear. Like, I've been taking this up a little bit on the temples to connect the tan on my forehead, but I literally have just been matching my cheekbones to the top of my forehead. Like, this bronzer just matches like a natural tan so well. So I've been loving it for the summer because it seriously, like, it literally looks like a real tan. Like, it is the perfect shade. And I know I've probably said that in a couple of my other videos, but I am not kidding. Like, it is seriously just, it's like seriously so beautiful. Like, if you don't have it, I would highly recommend picking it up. And if I'm being honest too, I actually really like the cream form Laguna bronzer way more than the powder form. I always felt like the powder form is just like a little too chalky, like, and too powdery. I don't know if it's like that for everybody, but that's how I felt when I used it in the past, which I still have it. I might have to pull it out again and see what I think, but I didn't really love the powder form of the Laguna bronzer. I do think it's a wonderful shade, but I just didn't like the texture. And I did bring that up on my forehead as well, just to complete the makeup look. But when I'm getting ready in the mornings just for work, there's really no reason to put it on my forehead because my tan is just natural on my forehead. And you can just see how well that really matches that tan. Like, it looks so natural. And it comes off, when you first put it on, it comes off as like kind of a dark brown, but like something about it as it blends into the skin, it just diffuses and like fades so nicely. Take just a little more of that, and this is really pigmented, so you want to be careful not to get too much. I think this bronzer is good for contouring. I think it's good for an all-around bronze. It really is fantastic, and it smells so good. And the nice thing about that bronzer too, if I ever feel like I get too carried away with it, I'll just go in with my foundation brush and just kind of blend up and kind of blend that back and kind of lighten that little line there a little bit. Because it kind of is easy to get carried away with, not too bad, but you definitely can use too much. So I would definitely lightly dip into it and use less, and then you can always build it up. I'm gonna go in and touch up my eyebrows a little bit with the Maybelline Temptation Eyebrow Pencil. And I did use, today for work, I just used the Maybelline Brow Extensions. I've actually really been liking that for a really natural look. And then I just comb it through with a spoolie. But for a date night, I will go in and define my brows just a little bit more, especially if I'm doing like a little bit more eyeshadow. And just for reference too, I have the Total Temptations brow pencil in the shade Blonde, and the Brow Extensions is in the shade Blonde too. This one is definitely darker than this one, so they kind of pair nicely though, because I don't like to get too carried away with my brows. I like them to look natural. So for a date night, typically I would add a little blush. So I'm gonna use the Bareminerals Blonzer. And this is a beautiful shade, perfect for summer if I can open it. So this is Kiss of Copper. It is a gorgeous summer shade. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this, on my brush here, just a tiny bit. So I use that cream bronzer. It does dry down. Like right now, it feels a little dry. It does dry to like a powder, but it is a little tacky right here. So I'm gonna go in with just the slightest bit of blush. I am using a very light hand. Go in with this to add a little color to the cheeks. And I love blush. I used to not be much of a blush person, but blush just really brightens the face so beautifully. So if you have the right shade of blush, like you can't go wrong. It really brightens the complexion so much more. And I feel like it just makes you look like so much more awake and alive. I don't know, it's just really beautiful. So I have been loving blush lately, especially this Bareminerals one. So smile, and again, using a super light hand. Don't want to get too carried away. And it has a little tiny sheen to it, which I love. I love a sheen to makeup products. It just makes the complexion look so nice and healthy and youthful looking. And so I kind of go in, I'm swiping a little bit, and then I am also like dabbing, like patting that into the skin. And then I'm gonna go on the nose a little bit and kind of swipe that down the nose. And then again, I'm gonna blend that out. So I'm gonna jump into eyeshadow now. I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Natural Eyes eyeshadow palette. And I'm gonna go in with a little transition shade real quick. I'm gonna use this little shade here. It's called Strip Poker. Just a nice light brown transitional shade. So when I go on a date night, I still like my makeup to look really natural, but I do like to do a little bit more on the eyes just to kind of, you know, add like a little sexier look to them. I'm gonna get up a little closer too so you guys can see. Then I'm gonna go back in with that Bareminerals bronzer, and I'm gonna use just a touch of that on the crease of my eye as well to kind of match the blush that we did and kind of create a little sun-kissed date night look. Then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of eyeliner. This is the L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner. And I'm gonna take that and just drag that on the outer corner of the eye along the lash line just to kind of thicken up the lashes. And then I'm gonna smudge that out a little bit. And then I'm just kind of blending that out with my finger just to kind of smoke it out a little bit. And then going in with an inner corner highlight, I'm gonna use the Becca Highlight in the shade Moonstone. So I'm gonna use something different than the Champagne Pop. This is still a pale golden shade, but it's a little more on the white side. So it's not as golden as the Champagne Pop. So I'm gonna take that on my finger and just put that on the inner corner of the eye and blend that up into the crease a little bit to bring it all together. and then a little extra of that and put that right in the inner corner. And we're really gonna pat some of that on the inner corner and kind of bring it up the bridge of the nose, like not to the bridge of the nose, but like up the nose just like a tiny bit. And then just make sure that's blended into the inner corner of the eyeshadow. And I always like to make sure that there's some on the inner corner of the inner lash line as well. I feel like it just really creates that pop and like creates that brightness of the eye to make you look nice and alive and awake. And then we are also gonna take some of that same highlight and go right on the brow bone. Cupid's bow. I'm gonna take my blush brush too and just dip into a little bit of that Moonstone shade right there and just put that on the cheekbone. I do like to do a little bit more makeup when I'm going out. And going out for me means like going to dinner. I don't like go out really. I like to go to events like concerts and stuff every once in a while, but going out for me is like going to dinner with my husband. So I'm not trying to get too crazy, just doing it up a little bit. And if I'm being honest, I'm not even going out tonight. I just had this idea for a video. So now I'm gonna go in with some mascara. I'm just gonna take my Lash Paradise by L'Oreal in the shade Black Brown. I just repurchased a tube of this. And I will say too, I really like this mascara like after the first couple times of using it. Like when you first get this tube of mascara, I feel like you can never judge a tube of mascara by like how it first applies. I really feel like sometimes it needs to like get air to it before it really like does justice. My kid's chasing the dog around, so if you hear him yelling the dog's name in the background, that's what's going on. But I do feel like this mascara is really thin at first, and after like day 2 of using it, it just applies so much nicer. Like this mascara is amazing. Like this is seriously one coat of mascara and it looks so good, like nice and voluminous, really long lashes. So that is my all-time favorite mascara. I know you guys see me use it all the time, but I really do just love it so much. Like it's so hard for me to go to the store and purchase another mascara when I know this one works well for me. I know it washes off nicely and it's the perfect shade. So it's hard for me to venture out on mascaras. So you guys are probably gonna get bored of the ones I use, but also for my videos, I just kind of want to throw a little disclaimer out there because I feel like with my videos, you guys are going to see a lot of the same products, but in my opinion, I'm using these products because I love them and I'm using them because they work well for me and I think they will work well for you guys, especially those of you who love natural makeup. So if you see me using the same products, I feel like, you know, it's like you can't just say like, oh, I love this product and then never see me use it again. I really feel like it adds value to the video when you see me use a certain product that I love in different ways. So I hope you guys don't get bored of seeing the same products. I really do think it is helpful, and I think it's helpful to see the products used in, you know, other makeup routines as well. So if you guys like have certain makeup products that you want me to try and like want me to kind of demo in different ways, let me know. I would love to do that for you guys. But just know that if I'm using the same products in my videos, it's because I really love them and I want to show you guys how I use them in different ways that you can use them to hopefully get them to work for you. So anyways, I'm just gonna leave it at this today. I think it looks really pretty. And then as far as the ponytail goes, I wear a ponytail to work a lot. So what I'll do is I'll literally just like pull a bunch of pieces out to make it look a little more relaxed. And then I might like curl some of these ends and then like tighten my ponytail back here. But I really like a more relaxed look. The only reason I have my hair pulled back in a more fitted look is for work, so to get it out of my face. But literally I will just like kind of play with my hair like this, loosen up that ponytail so it doesn't look so structured. And then I would throw on a nicer outfit and literally walk out the door like this. I am, however, I thought I had a lip product here. And then for a lip product, I literally just throw on a lip balm, like a tinted lip balm. So this is the Tarte Lip Quench, I believe it's called. And this is in the shade Nude. So I don't typically wear a lot of lipsticks. I usually just use these kind of moisturizing lip products because I think they're fantastic. And I really don't usually need my lipstick to last a very long time because I'm not a big lipstick person anyways. So I usually just go for a more nude natural lip. So there you have it. This is how I turn my daytime makeup into my date night makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the tips and tricks that I shared with you. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.